Last week I posted a cover of Heaven Tonight by Yngwie Malmsteen, which I'll link in the description. I got a request from that video to go over how the rhythm sections are played, and I decided to just do a whole lesson on the song. When I learned it for the cover, I spent 3 evenings kind of learning it and getting pieces close enough. But this week I revisited it and really went through in detail and tried to get note for note what he's doing. Lots of slowing down with this one because Yngwie is ripping all over the place as usual. But I think I got it pretty close. So we'll go through the whole song here. The only thing you need to know is guitar is tuned down half step, just like the album. And really cool song. It was a lot of fun to learn and play and just try and get right. You know, it's a really hard one to actually get right because he's smoking. He's smoking all over the place, but it's a great tune. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. Okay, for this main riff and the one that's played in the opening and behind the chorus, he does a bunch of variations on this, and if you want to learn that, you know, feel free to pick apart exactly what he's doing at each part. I don't think it really matters that much. I picked a couple variations that I like on this, and I play it throughout. So the chords, though, that he's using are basically in E major, D major, C major, back to the D major. But you're not doing it as a power chord like that. You're doing it just using the top of that barred off from the fourth to the second. And then you're doing things on the second string to make this rhythm. So that would be, so you're always hitting all 3 strings barred off, but you're doing some variation on top of that. So in this case, you're doing 9, 10, and 12. And then for the D chord, when you go down, you're going to have it barred off again, but you're going to start out with the 9th fret on the second string and pull that off to the 7th. And then you're going to have this. So that's just 8th, 7th on the second, and then 9 on the G, back to the 7th on the B. So again, it's... And those are the notes, but you're going to be hitting all 3 strings. So it'll be like... And then you're down to the C chord, 7 to 5 on the second. And then back up to the D, and you have this. That's one way to do it, or... So... Which is 10, 8, 7, and then the 9 on the G. So he plays it sometimes like... I like to put in a low string in between that and go... So where do all these things go? It's kind of up to you. I play it like this. That's mainly the way that I play it through it. He does a bunch of variations, and that's cool. Do whatever you want with it. It's the way I play it, just to kind of stick with one pattern through most of the song. At the end, the bass really starts kicking in, and that's when I like to hit more of that open E note. So I might do something like... So maybe add a few more in there. So you kind of got to play around and figure out where to put them. I like to just kind of put a little bit of that open note muted here and there, and then at the end really like kicking in. So that's the opening and what's behind all the choruses, and as it's fading out in the end behind the chorus. So after the intro riff and the first chorus, he slides, so he ends on, just slides up to the 3rd string, the 11th fret, holds it there, give it some vibe, and then there's this riff. Okay, so that is the 4th and 2nd fret on the 4th string, then the 4th fret on the 5th, down to an A chord. And of course, you got to do a slide or something cool going into that. So, and then what I do here is I hit this as an accent, which is the 5th fret on the 2nd and 1st strings. So it'd be like, and then you have this. So you have this open 2 and 4 on the 5th string. And I've seen some people play it down here to the E chord, where you have open 2, 2, 4, 5 on the B. So you could do it. I love, this is one of my favorite ways of playing an E chord, is where you're basically using a power chord where you're doing 7, 9, 9 on the 5th, 5th 7, 4th 9, 3rd 9. But instead of barring it, I actually just fret them with my 1st finger, 3rd, and pinky. And then what you can do is really just crank it and go. So you can hit the open E and the open B and C. And it gives this really full sound when you throw it in there. So like, and so, or of course you can play, you know, it depends where you want to fret this. You could do 5th, 7th, 9th on the E string before you go to an open E. So, and then, which is just the 8th fret on the 5th. So that riff together would be. Okay, and then you have this. Okay, so this is just straight, what is that? F sharp melodic, or it's F sharp harmonic minor. So what that is 10, 9, 7 on the E, same on the B, and then go either to the 6th on the B, so you're going, so you're playing 4 notes on the B string, or, well, let me show you how I play it first, and then I'll just show you a variation that might be easier for you. So, and then you have 7, 6 on the G, 3rd string. And then you have 9, 7, 6 on the 4th. And then you have 9, 8, 9 on the 5th string. So I'll play it real slow. Now, you can play that note, instead of the 6th fret on the 2nd string, you can play it on the 10th on the G. If that makes picking it easier, you could do it. Oops. See, that's not the way I play it. So I've got to think about it. So I play it like this. Sorry, one more time. Now I'm making this mistake with putting the 9th in there because there's all of those other fast little licks he does. He's using that. So anyway, once again, let's play this whole thing together really slow. Okay. So when you get there, you just hang on that note for a while, and then it goes into the same riff. But instead of that run there, you're going to do this. There's this chord, which is it's based on like a D flat, C sharp, whatever. But if you play that like a D flat major, but instead of using the D flat as the root, you're going to use the F. And then what he does is basically, sometimes he just hangs there. I like to add those to ring. And the next time he does it, he actually does a pattern of. So the way this would sound would be like, or you could do. Okay, so those are the verses, and then pre-chorus we have. And then, and there's a harmony to that one, so it's actually like. But you can just play the one on the G. So when Yngwie does this, he does it all on the G string from what I saw when he was playing a video of it. So it's 11 to 9. 7, 9, and you kind of bend that up a half, hit it, and drop it on the 9th. Down to the 6th, and then 4, 2. Or you can play that if you want to stay in this position, because this is where you're going to be next. You can do it on the 9th and the 7th on the D string. So you have. All right, so here comes, this is a fun one. So this run, he's not picking all notes, and this is a very legato style, which makes it sound very smooth and nice. You're gonna do 6, 7, 9 on the 4th and the 3rd string. So you can just pick the first note of that, hammer on the rest. And then on the 2nd string, you're going to do 7, 9, 10. And then what he does, when he goes to the 10, he actually jumps right to the 10 on the 1st string and starts going down again. And then you can slide down to the 6th, or again, use the 10th. And then 9, 7, 6 on those two, and then 9, 8 on the 5th. So I'm going to play this really slow. And actually, you're ending on the 8th, and then you're immediately going up to that bar on the 9th again. So it'd be like. So you can hear there's a triplet pattern there. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's what he's playing on the album. I can't play that. So the way that I cheat on this one is basically go, again, so you're just picking the first note of that. That's a really nice, the fact that those triplets go all the way there. It would be a lot easier if you just stayed on 3 on each string, right, to hit that. So, like, or whatever. So I cheat on that top one because that's a hard one to do. I can't do it. Yeah, so anyway, what he actually plays is, but he does that very smoothly and it sounds great. So that's the kind of one. And I'm just going to actually jump to after the solo. He does a similar one, but he picks all of it. And in that case, he's skipping that note from what I can hear. So anyway, play around with it, just rip it, make it sound good, and do the legato one in the verses, and then after the solo, try this again. Yeah, try and hit it. It's a hard one to hit, and if you can economy pick it, all the better. I suck at economy picking, going that direction. I'm good going down that way. Still working on that piece of it. So I alternate pick going up and an economy pick going down. Still working on that, because if I can get that down, I should be able to just smoke this really easily. It's really easy for me to go down that way with economy picking. And I have no idea how Yngwie does it. My guess is he's economy picking all over the place because he smokes everywhere. I don't know. I don't really concern myself too much with that. I just find out what's comfortable for me. And those are the kind of details, if people want to worry about it, let them worry about it. I just want to try and hit stuff clean and do it the way that works for me. And that's what I advise everyone to do. Solo is going to be on the neck pickup, and I'm going to play through it once slowly so you can hear all the notes, and then we'll talk about how it's played. That first run that leads into the solo starts out on the 4th string, and you're going to do on the 4th and the 3rd string, you're going to do 11, 13, 14. And when you get to the 2nd string, it's going to be 12, 14, 16 on both the 2nd and the 1st. So you have... And then you're going to do this pattern. You're going to stay right where you are, and you're going to go back to 12, 14, 16, slide up to the 17. So this is going to be these ascending 4s. So it's going to be... And then you're going to go 14, 16, 17, 19. And then 16, 17, 19, 21. So you'd have... Try it again. It's a hard one to do. Yeah, Yngwie. What do you know? He's hard to play. Okay, I think this next little lick is almost one of the hardest ones of the entire song. The notes that are generally being used that we're going to start off are going to be on the 1st string, 19, 17, 16. Same on the 2nd string. And then 18, 16 on the 3rd. And it's going to sound like this. Okay, so you're starting off in the 2nd string on the 17th fret and going to the 19th and back to the 17th. And then when you get back to 17th, bend. And then you're going to pull off to the 16 and then hit the 16 on the 3rd string. So and then you're going to jump up to the 19th on the 1st, and then go to the 16th on the 2nd string. So up to that point we have, and then we do 17 on the 1st, 19th on the 2nd. So from that point we have, and then we're going to do these groups of 5 from going down that scale from, so 17, 16 on the 1st, and then 19, 17, 16 on the 2nd. So those 5 notes. And then we're going to go down 1 from there and do the same thing. So groups of 5. So up to that point we have this. And then you're going to hit this note again and do 16, 17 on the 2nd. And then back to that 18th on the G. So up to that point we have this. One more time. And then we're going to kind of jump down here to the 14th. After we hit this one, hit the same note on the 2nd string. And then you're kind of moving down, and then the 16th you're bending up. So you're kind of hitting that note like, how many times is that? It's like 3 times in a row, because you're doing twice here, and then hitting it there, and bending up to the same note. And then you're going to release and do that note again, the 14th and the 2nd. And then the 16th you're going to do that little bend. So let's do this really slowly again. This is a lot of notes, but this is the way these are the ones that he's hitting that I hear. So. I'll play it one more time. Pretty strange. Those are the notes. That's the way I hear it. If you can find an easier way to finger it, that's fine. But I think it can be done in that position. All right, let's get our sweeping arpeggios on here. This is based on a D flat minor chord, and it's going to be used in 2 different positions. So if you know the Cage system, this would be like the C minor shape. And then you're going to use like the A minor kind of shape if you're thinking about it in Cage terms. So what that is it's on the 5th string. So the bass is going to be this D flat note on the 5th. And you're just going to do the same thing in 2 different positions. It's going to be 16, 14, 13. And then you're going to go back to the 14 and then continue up. 14, 13, 14, 12 on the 1st, 16, and then back down. Except when you get to the 4th string, you're going to add in the 13th fret. So it's going to be... And then you're going to slide up to the 19th. And then you're going to do just that A shape of it. So... and end on the 21st. So the A shape being you're going to do the 19, and starting on the 5th string, 19, 18, 18, 17, 16, and end on the 21st. So be so however fast you can do that, and hit them, you know, you miss some and you hit some, and if you hit enough of them, it sounds really cool. Okay, then we're going to go into this. And that's 14, 16, 17. Go back to the 16, hit it once, just flat, and then bend it up a half a step. And then 14, 16, 14. And then 17th on the 2nd string, bend it. Next is a classic Yngwie style lick where he's going to have a pedal tone and just walk down a scale using that pedal tone. So in this case, it's going to be the 17th on the 1st string, and you're just going to go 16, 14, 12 on the 1st string and the 2nd string, alternating that with the 17th on the 1st. And when you get down to the 12th, you're going to drop that 17 down to the 16th. And then you're going to do 14 on the 3rd string, 14 on the high E. So you're still walking down, but on those last 2 notes, they walk down with you, basically. So and then you have 13, 14, 13 on the 3rd string. And then go down to the 11th on the 3rd string. So those. Okay, this next piece has a ton of notes in it. I slowed it down. I think I got all the notes. So this is going to just take some practice to build up, but I'm going to walk you really slowly through what those notes are. And yeah, let's just build it up. So starting on the 4th string, you're going to have 13, 14, 16, and then in the next string, it's going to be 13, 14, 16, and the next string on the 2nd, it's going to be 13, 14. So it's going to be... And then you're going to walk that back down to the 13th fret on the 3rd string. So it's going to be... And then it goes to the next one, which is going to be 16, 14, 13 on the 2nd string, 16, 14, 13, and then 14, 13 on the 3rd string. So up till that point, we have this. And then for this next piece, we're going to just slide up 1 fret with our pinky, and it's going to sound like this. So that's 17, 16, 14, 16, 17, slide up to 19. And then you're going to go back down. And then you're going to have 18, 16 on the 3rd string. So it'll be... So up till that point, we have this. And then you're going to go, you're at end on the 16th, the 3rd string, you're going to do the 16th on the 1st, back to the 16th on the 3rd. So it would be like this. And then you have which is 19, 17, 16 twice. Go down to the 14 and do 14, 16, 14, 16. So let's play this all together here. Play it again really slowly. Something like that. Those are roughly the notes. Well, I think they are the notes. Whether I can play them or not, that's another story. After that comes this. So those notes are starting in the second string. You're going to do 14, 16, 12 on the E, and then you're going to go down that arpeggio we used earlier, which is, so you're on the 12th, and then you do 14, 13, 14, and then we're going to go to the 11. So up to that point we have, and then you do 16 on the 5th, back to the 13 on the 4th, and then the 14th on the 5th string. So you have this. So it goes. And then it ends on 16, 14, 16. Or you can do play 11, 9, 11 on the 5th, or you can do it on the 6th and stay in that same position. So it sounds like this. Okay, for this next piece, it's really wacky. Let's go over the notes and then I'll kind of show you how I think it's played. It's very strange, but I'll give you a few options here. So it's, that's on the 2nd and 3rd strings. You're going to do the 9th on the 2nd, and then on the 3rd string it's going to be 13, 11, 9. 11, 13, up to the 9th on, so you're hitting this note, same note on the 2nd and the 3rd string. So when I slow this down, it's not really clear that he's actually just hitting that directly. Sometimes it sounds like he's hitting this top note twice, like. I think it's easiest just to play it in triplets. So if you had the beat like this, it'd just be like. So I think it sounds good like that. If you slow it down, you can kind of hear those are the notes, but it's sometimes it sounds like he's almost hitting. Almost like he's hitting that top one twice. I think it's easiest just to, from a picking point of view, and you can do this without picking as well, just hammer on pull-offs with it's kind of hard to tell what he's doing. I think it sounds better picked if you can do it. But that's basically that point. So it just goes, if you have that beat. A little bit tricky, but sounds pretty cool if you can pull it off. And then after that kind of wacky look, you're ending there on the 9th on the 2nd string, and you're going to go on the 2nd string 12, 14, and then 14, slide up to the 16th and hit it again. So you have, and then you have this, which is just 14, 16, 17th on the 2nd, go up to the 14th on the 1st, and back down. So we have and then slide up to the 21st on the 1st string. And then you have this, which is 16, 14 twice. And then on the 2nd string, you're doing twice on the 17th. And then 16, 17, 16, 14, 16. So like a hammer-on pull-off. So it'd be like, altogether be. All right, so let's try and put it all together without being horrendously sloppy. Well, it's going to be sloppy, but we'll give it a whirl here. Try that opening one more time. Not too shabby. Have a good one, guys. See you in the next one.